What is good, my fellow warriors of light? This is your host Lotus Moon, and this is just a short intro video to the news video you're about to watch regarding some important topics I want to be sure you guys knew about. The reason I'm making this intro video is because I actually made the video you're about to watch yesterday. Now, the reason I didn't post it right away is because I actually wanted to remake it or edit it heavily, but I did not have time because I have to apologize. I have not been feeling very well lately, and that's another reason why I have been seeing a lack of content on my channel regarding Mobius. So again, I want to apologize for making this intro video to my main video. I just want to let you guys know about that. Hopefully you still enjoyed the video. This has been Lotus Moon, and I'll see you in the video. What is good, my fellow warriors of light? This is your host Lotus Moon, and in this video I wanted to present to you guys some important information regarding Mobius and future updates that we got recently from the Square Enix team. Now, I know a lot of people don't follow Reddit or even the news very closely, so I wanted to make this video to present the information in a video form to you guys to kind of reach a broader audience, as well as give some of my own thoughts and input on some of these questions. Also in this video, I'm going to just, towards the end, I'm going to show you guys, we have some little bit of a leak. We kind of already knew, but there's some new jobs coming out next month. You can be sure to see. Very exciting. And also, I wanted to kind of talk about a topic that I forgot to mention last video about current problems in the game related to the skill panel 4 lock. They did address it finally, but that's more of a small topic. It's kind of an old topic already, but I will mention it since they finally decided to address it. But anyway, I wanted to get started first with these question and answers. These questions were submitted to the Square Enix team members from the community for this question and answer. So this Mr. Sokun here has been working more closely with the community through Reddit and Twitch. So he answered these questions for us. And a lot of interesting topics to talk about. I'm going to try to go through these questions as quickly as possible, because honestly, some of these questions I could talk a long time about. But I do want to kind of present these questions to you guys, and I might elaborate later on them. But these are all very important topics, and I want to be sure everyone is, because a lot of these have been on our mind for a long time, especially some of these questions. So let's get started with question number 1 that was submitted. So it reads, are there any plans for unlocking the 5-star versions of the Final Fantasy 15 cards, especially considering that some of the Final Fantasy 13 can be extremely strong? So this is a question that has been on my mind personally for pretty much since the cards came out. I know, you know what I mean? And I know many of you feel the same way. If you guys have the Final Fantasy 15 cards, they're stuck at 4 stars right now. Japan got the 5-star variants already right away. So we've been patiently waiting without any knowledge of when they might decide to unlock them for us. So here finally they do address the question. The answer is yes, we are planning on unlocking these cards soon, but we are currently still discussing the exact timing. So please look forward to them in the future. So we didn't really get a straight answer, but they said soon. So that is good that it's on their minds. I know I can't wait for these cards to get powered up to 5-star. I think it's time, honestly. I mean, we have Supreme cards. We have, Ultimate Hero skins. So it's definitely, I feel like, balance changes. We got Hall of Fame also. So definitely time to boost up these cards that we got before. Now, they don't mention the Final Fantasy 14 cards. Now, I can hope that they do them both at the same time, but I seriously doubt it. Final Fantasy 15 card batch came first, and then 14 came later. I'm still hoping, though. I would really like if they just went ahead and did both 14 and 15 cards to be able to augment them to 5-star, but, that might be asking for a bit much. Now, when it says here they're currently discussing the exact timing, I'm assuming because they want to probably re-release the banner for people to pull on some more. I had a feeling they'd do that since the beginning. If they're going to let these cards become augmented to 5-star, it only makes sense that they would also re-release the banner for people to do some more summoning from, to try to obtain them. So for those of you that have not gotten the Final Fantasy 15 cards, I would definitely expect a re-release of the banner whenever they do decide to give us this. So watch for that in the future. I don't know how soon they're talking about. Doubtfully next month, so probably a couple months from now is what I'm guessing. Second question. Any chance that we will be getting global exclusive events or jobs or abilities? So this question kind of, I have personally been wondering for a very, very long time. In fact, since the game, actually before the game was officially released on the App Store for global, I still remember that they were talking about that the global Mobius is going to be different from the Japanese Mobius, that it's going to have some global exclusive content, and it's also going to be less gacha summoning-y. So, it's been a long time now, and we have not gotten any exclusives to global, and I pretty much have given up on the fact that they will ever. So they did answer the question. It says, it would be great to be able to do something like this, but we are only one team, and creating global exclusives would require our team to split up our resources, which isn't something we're able to do at the moment. So at least this is an honest answer. I don't think it's really the team's fault. They're probably working with limited manpower, limited resources, and that's more of, Square Enix headquarters' fault for not giving them more staff, is what I would assume. I don't know how big their team is, but it is a lot of work to develop exclusives for a game, and if the company doesn't allocate enough resources for that, then their hands are kind of tied. So I can't blame the team. I am still disappointed though. When I started this game, I thought that this game would have exclusives to global, which I think would have been really cool for us. But either way, it looks like we are definitely not getting any exclusives at all into the future, unless for some reason they do get more resources. Question number 3. While I'm really enjoying the Final Fantasy 13 event and enjoyed the Final Fantasy 7 event as well, I'm wondering if the team has given any consideration to making events or releasing legend jobs for older fan favorites in the series, such as Final Fantasy 4 or 6. So the answer to this was, one of the reasons why that Final Fantasy 13 and 7 were some of the first events that we did is because a lot of people on the Mobius team had previously worked on those titles. Now that these events are done, our team is planning to focus on other titles in the Final Fantasy franchise, but we can't announce any specific games yet. So this question and answer has a lot of, mixed emotions for me. So the thing about it is, they just answered for us in question number 2 that we're not going to be getting any global exclusives. And with that being said, we know that we're pretty much, unfortunately, going to be the hand-me-down child from Japan, right? We're just getting everything handed down from Japan, and then just pretty much voice acted and repurposed into English for us in global. So the fact that they kind of mentioned here in question number 3 that our team is planning on focusing on other titles on the Final Fantasy series, that's not really, I think, a true statement per se. Like I said, we are basically the second child here, and we are just getting the leftover clothing. You know what I'm saying? So I know for a fact there's no Final Fantasy 4 or 6 events in Japan. So unless Japan gets some of these titles in event form, we will be seeing them maybe a year later afterward. So I wish they were a little bit more honest with this answer. To me, it's kind of like, well, we all know what it is, right? It's not, they can't trick us. We know what's coming in future events based on Japan. So anyway, someone did comment, a very long comment about this question. They were pretty unhappy, and honestly, I can see why. I might just touch on it really quickly at the end, but moving on to these other questions, I want to keep on moving. Question number 4, from a previous reply, it would seem that they don't have any plans to increase the eligibility of the top rewards in towers. If that's the case, can they just delay the handing out of tower rewards? So this has been something people have been asking them and wondering about for a while. And honestly, I think it's unfair the way they have it in global. The last answer they gave us was kind of bullshit in my opinion. That I guess the team wanted to keep it at top 500 for the best prizes. Now, that pretty much follows just Japan. Japan also has top 500 prizes, but Japan's server is much smaller than global, obviously. We have a lot more people in the global version than they do in Japan. So it would make only more sense that they would increase the amount of people that could get the top prize, to maybe like top 1,000 is the very best or something. So I really wish they would do that, but I don't think they have any plans to, from what I've heard before. So let me just read their answer to this. It says, well, that's something we could consider, and when they say consider, they're talking about delaying the handing out of rewards. It says, our goal is to focus on the issue while it's happening rather than after the fact. So it says here, we did mention at PAX that we're continuing to improve our system to prevent cheaters and identify their methods. As we're fine-tuning this in the future, we should start to see a lot of these cheaters get removed from the rankings earlier using our current method, which is in our current area of improvement for the development side. So basically, we know that they're not going to increase the pool of people that can get the top prizes, unfortunately, for some stupid reason. But they are saying that they're going to continue to try to remove the cheaters before the end of the ranking event so that more people can get to the top 500. And honestly, like I said, I feel like top 500 is just way too small amount of people. I mean, that's just barely touching like the people that have, the supreme cards, the best jobs needed, like you have to have like a Mia job for this current tower pretty much with the sleep resistance, and then, it would really help if you had like supremes and such. I mean, you could still turtle the tower, but that's just so much work. And honestly, I really wish they would just give more prizes to more people. Why top 500? Make it top 1,000, top 3,000. Get crazy. Give back. Let people have a chance. So regardless, it's kind of a hopeless case. They're not going to do anything different than they have been already, except they're trying better to try to remove the cheaters. And we all know those hackers are going to find a way to still sneak in. But anyway, more frustration, but what can you do? At least they addressed the issue. Question number 5. Is the Dragon Quest event coming to global version of Mobius? Ha ha ha. Oh my god. The Dragon Quest event. So many of you may not know, but there was a Dragon Quest collaboration in Japan that we should be getting about now, or should have gotten already. But that doesn't look like we're going to be getting it. So it says here, unfortunately, we will not be able to localize a version of the Dragon Quest event because it is specifically a collaboration with another mobile title called Hoshi no Dragon Quest. This title is exclusively available in Japan, so bringing this overseas is not possible. So I understand. Their hands are tied. They can't do it. It's fine. It's too bad, really, because there are some cool cards and cool jobs from that event, but we will not be getting that in global, which is kind of also shitty. But, I understand. At least, again, an honest answer. Not the answer we want, but at least an honest answer. Question number 6. Is there a way to put in some sort of progress meter, even if approximate, for extra skill unlocks? Yes, that would be so great. You all know how it's so frustrating to try to unlock extra skills, not knowing how close you are to the next one. It's like you're blindly trying to grind out extra skills, and it is kind of frustrating. The way they answered the question is we're constantly looking to expand the UI And one thing that we're trying to implement into the game is a special area that allows you to unlock these extra skills faster. No timing or how the mechanic will work has been locked in yet, but we are definitely planning to create something like that that will allow you to unlock those skills faster. So that'd be good. It would be nice to have a permanent region that will allow you to unlock extra skills faster. This is nothing new though. I mean, we've had event regions that had extra skill unlock higher probability. Really, I mean, it'd be nice to have that, but really, it doesn't address the question, in my opinion. I mean, they do say that, they're gonna try to work to expand the UI or whatever, but it would be really nice to have a way to gauge exactly where your next extra skill will be unlocked at. So maybe in the future they'll figure something out. That'd be really nice. Question 7. Will there be a system to address trolls in multiplayer battles? So trolls, there is, unfortunately, in global, there is trolls. I think this answer is pretty honest. So it says here, as mentioned earlier, we're constantly looking for ways to improve the game, and multiplayer is definitely not excluded. Truth be told, the concept of trolls in multiplayer wasn't something that was on our radar, because these type of issues don't happen very often in Japan version of the game. But now that we know, we'll explore what kinds of improvements can be made. So yes, if you play the Japanese server, the people there are nicer. It's just fact. The Japanese people, they're more courteous. They're more, there's less trolls. But we're talking about the global version, and it has a lot more people. It's very typical to see trolls in multiplayer games anywhere. So I don't know how they will address it. It would be nice to have more control over when you make a room in multiplayer, instead of having to disband every time. If you know there's a troll, you can just kick them out maybe. But then that might get obnoxious as well if people just keep kicking everyone out until they get like supreme people or whatever, which would be really annoying. So I don't know if there's really a good way to do it. I'm sure there is, but we'll see how they address this issue in the future. This is not really something that bothers me so much. I mean, usually if there's one troll or so, even multiplayer 4-star battles are not that hard right now. So usually the team can get by even without one member. So regardless. Last question here. Sokun says, anything you'd like the fans to know? So it says here, as I mentioned in a previous question, we love to hear feedback because it allows us to come up with new ideas that will improve your gameplay of Mobius Final Fantasy. Thank you, blah, blah, blah. So, very nice. This is really nice that they actually answered the community's questions. Some very good questions were answered here. I'm glad they didn't tiptoe around some of these questions as much as they could have. Now, this is the more important part here as well. It says, P.S. I know there's a skill panel unlock issue that several of you have reached out to me about. No update at this time, but our team is aware of it, so please wait for an official announcement before asking about it in this thread. Appreciate your understanding. So, that's going to lead up to my next point about this skill panel lock issue. I forgot to mention it in my last video. I was so focused on the duplicate jobs that I actually wrote down on the notes to mention this also, but I totally forgot. But anyway, I promise I would read kind of one of the comments. Never mind. I would have to go to the app. So anyway, let's talk about this a little bit, just a little bit. Skill panel issue. So how many of you guys have been affected? I think it pretty much affecting most people. I haven't even tried to unlock any jobs right now just because I know what's going on, and I would be frustrated if I was in the middle of trying to unlock a job and then I got stuck at panel 4. You know me, guys. I like to do unlocking videos, panel 1 through 8. So if I decided to unlock one of my older jobs to panel 8, I would get stuck at 4, and that would be a pretty shitty video. So I haven't experienced it personally because I haven't tried. I'm just waiting for them to fix it. But finally today, is it the 26th? Well, yesterday, I guess. It says, for the skill panel lock issue, we have confirmed an issue with the fourth skill panel remaining locked for jobs. We are working hard to ensure this issue is fixed alongside the duplicate jobs issue. Once a fix is confirmed, we will let our community know as soon as possible. If you experience this issue, please send us your customer ID and date encountering the issue and our support center. We apologize for this inconvenience, and we thank you all for your patience and understanding. So, you know, to me, this is a really long time to, you know, look at this comment. We are sorry, blah, blah, blah. Thank you for understanding and blah, blah, blah. We know the issue for blah, blah, blah. Hey, just fix it and then compensate players who wasted tons of magicite. Seriously, I'm gonna like this. I'm gonna love it. That's hilarious. You know, and really, this took way too long for them to address. Like, people have been complaining about this fourth skill panel being locked for weeks now. I can't believe they're just now, like, addressing it. It's kind of bullshit. And again, they haven't. You know, I really wish they would. I really hope they give us some compensation. You know, now, I don't want to hear from you guys. Oh, you guys are always talking about compensation and yada yada. You know, well, you know, I feel like in this situation there should be some kind of compensation for at least the people that got affected. You know, it really sucks for a lot of people that, you know, it's made it hard to play the game. You know, we can't summon because the banner is messed up. We can't unlock jobs, especially jobs that we may need for this tower event, which I know I personally do. I need jobs that I wish I had unlocked previously, but I cannot, you know, I cannot unlock them to 8 panels. So why even try? So, you know, a lot of people are mad. You know, I kind of agree. It's kind of, this is pretty bad. You know, this month, I remember when I first did the calendar review for this month, I was pretty excited. You know, we're getting Mia jobs, we're getting Hall of Fame, all this good shit. And then just this month has turned out to be pretty damn disappointing, you know. Final Fantasy, you know, Japan Mobius is having the Final Fantasy X event, which it looks awesome. They got some really powerful new cards, which I might talk about later. But we haven't got any events this month besides Mia. And, you know, this month has been pretty dry. You know, I've just been kind of sitting on my summon tickets, just waiting until next month, pretty much. So, I know many of you have been grinding up the Gigantor Battlefield in the Final Fantasy 13 event before it goes away. That's a good idea. So hang in there. At least it's almost end of the month. I hope they resolve this issue by next month. And the reason why is because, yes, we got some new jobs coming. We got the Super Monk and we got, oh god, how do you pronounce it? Amalthea. I'm going with it. Okay, Amalthea. It's one of the new Mia jobs that's really powerful. So they did show this little in Twitch, this little like preview trailer thing or whatever. So let's watch that. So I guess they're going to call the Super Monk and Global Master Monk. So Master Monk is an extremely good job, guys. This is a job you definitely want to get if you can. You know, it's going to be a normal job, and it is just super OP. He's going to be the best breaker when he comes out for sure. He is just so powerful. And then this Bay, this new Mia job. This is the one I've actually been really wanting to get. Amalthea. She is, she has super high magic. So this is definitely the one I want to get more than even the ones that came out this month. So definitely gonna try to pull for her. Really excited about these two jobs. So hope you guys have been saving your summon tickets this month. There's no reason to summon. I, however, I do think I will do one summon this month. And the reason why is because I do want the one sticker. I am a little bit scared though, because let's see, where is it? Right here. So I've been seeing reports that some people did not get their Mia sticker. So if you don't know, there's an exclusive sticker right now. The sticker is I'll Go First. It's a Mia sticker. I want to get it. So I think I'm going to do one summon before the end of the month just to get the sticker. I might do a really short video on that just to see what I get. But I'm a little bit nervous because I don't want to get I don't want to not get it, which would suck. Just be a complete waste of summon tickets. But anyway, hopefully I get it. I'll probably do a quick video just doing one summon. So anyway, this video probably turned out to be pretty long after all. But I hope these questions were kind of interesting to you. I know they were for me. I think they were pretty important to go over with you guys. So let me know in the comments how you feel about any of these particular questions. Let me know how you feel about this, how they're addressing the fourth panel skill panel lock issue going on. It really sucks, guys. So this has been Lotus Moon. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys soon with a next video, probably talking about the calendar and stuff very soon. So happy Halloween to everybody. Hope you guys have fun, and I'll see you guys next video.